Question 151. What is the head of the city called? A. Mayor. B. Councillor. C. Alderman. D. Premier. The answer is A. Mayor. Question 152. In what sorts of jobs do most Canadians work? A. Service. B. Lumbering. C. Farming. D. Natural resources. The answer is A. Service. Question 153. What is written on an election ballot? A. The names of the candidates in your election district. B. Who you should vote for. C. The date and time you are allowed to vote. D. Where you should vote. The answer is A. The names of the candidates in your election district. Question 154. Which province is the only officially bilingual province? A. Ontario. B. Quebec. C. Nova Scotia. D. New Brunswick. The answer is D. New Brunswick. Question 155. Where do most French-speaking Canadians live? A. Nova Scotia. B. Quebec. C. Ontario. D. New Brunswick. The answer is B. Quebec. Question 156. What is the population of Canada? A. About 28 million. B. About 32 million. C. About 34 million. D. About 39 million. The answer is C. About 34 million. Question 157. What will you promise when you take the oath of citizenship? A. Carry out responsibilities as a Canadian citizen. B. Pledge to be allegiance to the Queen. C. Promise to obey the Constitution of Canada. D. Pledge loyalty to the Queen, observe the laws and fulfill the duties of a Canadian. The answer is D. Pledge loyalty to the Queen, observe the laws and fulfill the duties of a Canadian. Question 158.
The Quebec Act of 1774.
A. Allowed religious freedom for Catholics. B. Is one of the constitutional foundations of Canada. C. Permitted Catholics to hold public office. D. All of the above. The answer is D. All of the above. Question 159. What region is called the Land of the Midnight Sun? A. Central Canada. B. The Northern Territories. C. The Prairies. D. The Maritimes. The answer is B. The Northern Territories. Question 160. What does it mean for a political party to be in power? A. To gain the approval of the Queen. B. To have the most elected representatives. C. To generate electricity. D. To hold the nuclear button. The answer is B. To have the most elected representatives.
Question 161. Which two provinces produce more than 3/4 of Canadian manufactured goods? A. Quebec and Manitoba. B. British Columbia and Ontario. C. Ontario and Quebec. D. Alberta and Ontario. The answer is C. Ontario and Quebec. Question 162. When was the Constitution of Canada amended to include the Charter of Rights and Freedoms? A. 1902. B. 1859. C. 1982. D. 1949. The answer is C. 1982. Question 163. To which of the following communities do the majority of Canadians belong? A. Christian. B. Jewish. C. Muslim. D. Hindu. The answer is A. Christian. Question 164. Which Canadian province is the largest producer of oil and natural gas? A. Quebec. B. Nova Scotia. C. Ontario. D. Alberta. The answer is D. Alberta.
Question 165. Which is the northeastern province in Canada that has its own time zone?
A. Alberta.
B. Newfoundland and Labrador.
C. Nova Scotia. D. Prince Edward Island. The answer is
B. Newfoundland and Labrador. Question 166. What is the voting procedure in Canada? A. Whichever way you like. B. Online. C. Secret ballot. D. Open ballot. The answer is C. Secret ballot. Question 167. Which is the Canadian province with the largest population? A. Ontario. B. Quebec. C. Nova Scotia. D. Alberta. The answer is A. Ontario. Question 168. What do Canadians normally wear on Remembrance Day? A. A red poppy. B. A green shirt. C. A black tie. D. A white shirt. The answer is A. A red poppy.
Question 169. What does CPR stand for? A. Canadian Pacific Railway. B. Canadian People Railway. C. Canadian Public Road. D. Canadian People Resource. The answer is A. Canadian Pacific Railway.
Question 170.
How long is the Lieutenant Governor appointed for?
A. 3 years. B. 4 years. C. 6 years. D. 5 years. The answer is D. 5 years.
Question 171. Which is the fundamental characteristic of Canadian heritage and identity? A. Multiculturalism. B. French culture. C. Canadian festivals. D. English culture. The answer is A. Multiculturalism. Question 172. When does Canada celebrate Thanksgiving? A. The second Monday of October. B. The first Friday of October. C. The first Monday of September. D. The first Monday of July. The answer is A. The second Monday of October. Question 173. What is the symbol of the Canadian government? A. The Parliament. B. The Crown. C. The national flag. D. The snowbirds. The answer is B. The Crown.
Question 174. In the 1960s, Quebec experienced an era of rapid change. What is it called?
A. The East Movement. B. The Quiet Revolution. C. The Suffrage Movement. D. The Industrial Revolution. The answer is B. The Quiet Revolution. Question 175. Who invented the worldwide system of standard time zones? A. Joseph Armand Bombardier. B. Reginald Fessenden. C. Sir Sandford Fleming. D. Alexander Graham Bell. The answer is C. Sir Sandford Fleming.
Question 176. The ancestors of the Aboriginals are believed to have migrated from which of the following continents? A. Asia. B. America. C. Europe. D. Australia. The answer is A. Asia. Question 177. Municipal government is responsible for which of the following? A. Natural resources. B. Currency. C. Garbage removal. D. Highways. The answer is C. Garbage removal. Question 178. Who is a premier? A. The Prime Minister is also called the Premier. B. A Premier has a role similar to that of the Prime Minister in a federal government. C. The Commissioner. D. The Governor General. The answer is B. A Premier has a role similar to that of the Prime Minister in a federal government. Question 179. Which oceans line Canada's frontiers? A. The Pacific Ocean in the west. B. The Atlantic Ocean in the east. C. The Arctic Ocean to the north. D. All of the above. The answer is D. All of the above. Question 180. Who is the head of the government in Canada? A. The Sovereign. B. The Prime Minister. C. The Premier. D. The Commissioner. The answer is B. The Prime Minister. Question 181. What do we need to bring with us for voting? A. Voter information card, voter's identity, and address proof. B. Credit card. C. Ballot paper. D. None of these. The answer is A. Voter information card, voter's identity, and address proof. Question 182. Where have most immigrants come from since the 1970s? A. Asia. B. England. C. France. D. USA. The answer is A. Asia. Question 183. For what product did the first companies formed in Canada compete for? A. Timber trade. B. Gold trade. C. Fur trade. D. Fish trade. The answer is C. Fur trade. Question 184. How many Canadians were killed in World War I from 1914 to 1918? A. 60,000. B. 170,000. C. 200,000. D. 70,000. The answer is A. 60,000. Question 185. How many Canadians have been awarded the Victoria Cross? A. 96. B. 500. C. 2. D. 1,222. The answer is A. 96. Question 186. Which country was liberated by the Canadian Army in 1944 to 1945? A. Germany. B. Austria. C. The Netherlands. D. Japan. The answer is C. The Netherlands. Question 187. Who is known as the greatest living Canadian? A. Dr. Wilder Penfield. B. Terry Fox. C. Sir John A. Macdonald. D. Sir Sanford Fleming. The answer is A. Dr. Wilder Penfield. Question 188. Which province has the largest population of Aboriginals? A. Manitoba. B. Ontario. C. Nova Scotia. D. Alberta. The answer is A. Manitoba. Question 189. How large is Canada? A. About 8 million square kilometers. B. About 10 million square kilometers. C. About 11 million square kilometers. D. About 9 million square kilometers. The answer is B. About 10 million square kilometers. Question 190. Where is the most important harbor in eastern Canada located? A. Vancouver. B. Yellowknife. C. Halifax. D. Quebec. The answer is C. Halifax. Question 191. Who is considered Canada's greatest soldier? A. General Sir Arthur Currie. B. Phil Edwards.
C. Sir John A. Macdonald.
D. Rick Hansen. The answer is A. General Sir Arthur Currie.
Question 192. What three oceans border Canada?
A. Hudson, Pacific and Atlantic. B. Atlantic, Arctic and Bering. C. Pacific, Indian and Atlantic. D. Atlantic, Arctic and Pacific. The answer is D. Atlantic, Arctic and Pacific.
Question 193. In which act are the responsibilities of the federal and provincial government defined?
A. The Federal Act. B. The Government Act. C. The Responsibilities Act. D. The Constitution Act. The answer is D. The Constitution Act. Question 194. Which courts are for civil cases involving small sums of money? A. The Federal Court. B. The Small Claims Courts. C. A trial court. D. A provincial court. The answer is B. The Small Claims Courts. Question 195. What is a voter information card? A. A list tells you who the candidates are in your electoral district. B. A letter that lets you know the voting schedule. C. A form that tells you where and when to vote. D. A card to let you register for voting. The answer is C. A form that tells you where and when to vote. Question 196. What is the head tax? A. Race-based entry fee charged for Chinese entering Canada. B. Fee charged for anyone entering Canada after 1900. C. A tax imposed on beer beginning in 1867. D. Fee charged for moving westward in the early 1900s. The answer is A. Race-based entry fee charged for Chinese entering Canada. Question 197. Which of the following are the responsibilities of federal government? A. Nation defense, foreign policy, international trade and Aboriginal affairs. B. Nation defense, healthcare, international trade and Aboriginal affairs. C. Highways, policing, international trade and criminal justice. D. Education, foreign policy, recycling programs and Aboriginal affairs. The answer is A. Nation defense, foreign policy, international trade and Aboriginal affairs. Question 198. In Canada's justice system, what does presumption of innocence mean? A. The Prime Minister can determine who is innocent in a court. B. Everybody is guilty until proven innocent. C. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. D. The judge can determine who is guilty without evidence. The answer is C. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. Question 199. What does Register of Electors contain? A. A list of all Canadian citizens who are qualified to vote in federal elections and referendums. B. A list of people who are willing to vote in elections and referendums. C. A list of people who voted for the opposition party in the previous election. D. A list of people who are not allowed to vote. The answer is A. A list of all Canadian citizens who are qualified to vote in federal elections and referendums. Question 200. In the Canadian justice system, what are the roles of the courts and the police? A. The courts make laws and the police enforce them. B. The courts enforce federal laws and the police enforce provincial laws. C. The courts enforce laws and the police settle disputes. D. The courts settle disputes and the police enforce the laws. The answer is D. The courts settle disputes and the police enforce the laws.